It's estimated that 1 in 3 people carry a type of bacteria that is one of the most common causes of skin infections in the U.S. That's definitely something to consider when you head to the gym to fulfill those New Year's resolutions. Our producer Leslie Marcus conducted an investigation to uncover the dirty truth about your workout.
The New Year's here, and the gym is definitely more packed. We've heard that gyms can be breeding grounds for germs. People might be getting sick around you. So how do you stick to your New Year's resolution without getting sick at the gym? We took samples from 3 different types of gyms: an inexpensive gym, a middle-of-the-road gym, and a very high-end gym. Not only did I swab them before, but I swabbed them after I used the cleaning supplies provided by the gym. And we took all of those swabs right here to ABC Labs. So Jack, tell me exactly what happened after I sent you the swabs.
Okay, so what we will do is plate it on different kinds of media to make sure it grows and has supply of food and stuff like that. Then we'll roll the swab all the way around so you get all the corners to get all the bacteria on the plate. And then you use your loop to spread everything out. So then we'll put it over here in the incubator. What's in here is carbon dioxide that's, yeah, it doesn't smell.
It doesn't smell that good.
Natural odors that are emitted from the bacteria.
So it cooks in here.
Cooks in here, right.
Now we have the results here.
Right. All 3 are pretty bad.
Okay.
The cardio instrument, before you wiped it, this bacteria here, it's normally found in feces.
Feces-like bacteria on the cardio machine before.
Yes. This is after you wiped it down.
So we still have it.
Yes. And this one here is from the yoga mat. The yoga mat, they usually tell you to roll it up, and you're now incubating it because it's nice and warm and still moist.
You're incubating the bacteria, right, kind of like that machine over there.
Yes.
This was the most expensive gym we swabbed. What did you find?
It's still gross. Once again, you have multiple bacteria growing on here. You have like an environmental bug, like an Acinetobacter or a Pseudomonas that's growing as well. After you wiped everything down, it's still almost the same. It did get rid of the potential bad bacteria, but it still had a lot of bacteria on it anyway.
Now, we're not telling people to not work out, but there are things to protect yourself.
Yes. Wipe things down, but when you wipe it down, use a little bit of friction, like you're washing your pots at home.
What about the actual wipes? Because the high-end gym had the wipes.
You can use the wipes, but then you gotta let it dry for about a minute. If it doesn't dry, it's not gonna have that effectiveness to the bacteria.
I use these workout gloves, which a lot of people do to save their hands from calluses, things like that. I went very late last night to the gym. I touched a lot of things at that gym, a lot of weight machines, and then I swabbed the gloves, and I want to see what you find.
All right, gloves.
Our producer Leslie joins us with more on her investigation. You let him test your gloves.
Yes, I wanted to know what was lurking on those gloves.
I do too.
I love it.
Well, surprisingly, not a lot of bacteria grew on those gloves, and that was probably because the bacteria likes to make skin contact and also likes metals, but not so much with fabrics. So,
what's the dirtiest place you found at the gym?
The dirtiest place I found at the gym wasn't equipment at all. It was actually the water fountain, and that had E. coli from feces. Disgusting.
What's intriguing, Leslie, was that actually it grew bacteria both before and after you had cleaned the equipment. So tell us your thoughts on the cleaning and the actual products used for cleaning.
So the whole reason I did this investigation wasn't just to see how many germs were at the gym. I wanted to see if the cleaning supplies provided by these gyms worked. And for the most part, they did not work.
If you're using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer and you rub it on your hands, as it's evaporating, that's where its effectiveness comes into play. So if your hands are still wet from whatever hand sanitizer you've used and you start touching other things, they hadn't had a chance to do its job. What I will say about your investigation that I think is alarming is the dangerous pathogens. We've heard about entire wrestling teams and football teams coming down with these MRSA skin infections because they're in such close contact. Mm-hmm. What were your findings with MRSA, and how concerned should we be?
Well, we didn't find MRSA, but you should make sure if you're at the gym and you have a cut or you have an abrasion or even if you have cracked skin from dry weather, you should be careful to not make contact with a lot of the stuff that you're putting your body on or rubbing up against like this or mats like that because you don't know what's there. This was just a sampling of 3 gyms.